Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
You want a slice of apple?
No, I don't. Thank you for offering, though.
It'd be good for you.
Oh, well, I'm sure it would be.
You'd feel better about yourself if you had a slice of apple.
Really? Okay. Well,
you want a slice of apple?
I really don't.
You sure?
No, I'm sure. Thank you, though.
I could sure give you one.
I know you could.
I have a spare slice.
I see that. I see you have
sure
a big
you don't
bag
want one?
full over there. I don't
It's
know.
very healthy for you.
Thank you for asking, though.
You positive?
I am.
Okay. Don't say I didn't ever offer to give you something.
No, I would not say that.
But you don't want any apple?
No. I might break into the Valentine's Day goodies that Emily brought in the other night, though.
She's spread the love everywhere here. Emily was in with Carl and Bonnie this week so we could meet Bonnie, their new daughter, Kurt and Emily's new daughter, beautiful young lady. And Carl was active. We played some games, had some fun. And by golly, I guess maybe Emily slipped out here last night and left some cookies here in the FM room and little treats on everybody's table. So thank you very much, Emily. We appreciate that. It's very nice of you to do that. Sure, actually, a cookie goes really good with a piece of apple.
It probably does.
It'd be good for you, too.
No, I'm sure it would be.
You'd feel better about yourself if you had an apple.
I'm sure I would.
You sure?
Yes, I am. Thanks for asking, though.
You bet. Happy birthday to Jim Federer today.
All right.
Tara King, happy birthday to you. Kim Howard, Jan Barnes, and Janelle Winberg. Happy birthday to all of you folks. Those are some birthdays we're aware of. And if you're celebrating a birthday out there today, happy birthday to you. You're celebrating your birthday with Michael McDonald, who sang with the Doobie Brothers and had lots of other works that have been very successful. Grammy-winning, best known for his days with the Doobies, like Taking It to the Streets and those kind of songs. Kind of changed the sound of the Doobies when he joined them, actually. Some people were happy about that and some were not. That's a whole other story. You sure you don't want some apple?
I don't. No,
okay.
Thank you, though.
Anyway, you folks out there who have birthdays today on the 12th of February, celebrating with Michael McDonald. Carl Bernstein is 77 today, famous journalist for the work that he did in Watergate with his colleague Bob Woodward. And the investigation was, of course, made into a movie, All the President's Men. And you still see both of those guys on television still talking. Also, Bill Russell celebrating a birthday today.
The basketball player.
87 years old today.
Wow.
NBA Hall of Famer, considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. If you was around during that period of time when he was playing, he had to be one of your favorites. He was just a likable, wonderful player. Played as part of the Celtics dynasty for a long time, 11 championships in the 13 years he was with them. And he is also one of the first, actually he was the first black coach in the North American professional sports to win a championship. So you're in good company today. Bill Russell celebrating a birthday today.
And you're celebrating it with my dad.
It's your dad's birthday?
My dad's birthday today.
And you're a Valentine's baby, are you not?
That's what I'm told, yes.
You're gonna be quite a bit older than on Sunday, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm told that, too.
You sure you don't want an apple?
Maybe on Sunday.
Maybe you should have one now.
It's all right.
You're getting older, you know that.
Isn't it Mr. Crawley's birthday today? I think Kirk Crawley's birthday
is
the
really?
12th of February.
I didn't think people who like the Dodgers had a birthday. I thought they were barred from having birthdays if you like the Dodgers.
Could be.
Well, happy birthday, Kurt.
I think I'm right on that.
So that means you're going to be traveling with the birthday boy tonight.
Yeah, he's going to be my chauffeur.
That's great.
Thank you, Mr. Crawley.
Yeah. And they'll be traveling to go cover, after the basketball games tonight, cover the Class B 4 in Gering, Nebraska.
Yeah, district wrestling tomorrow. Yeah, that's the plan. Mr. Crawley's going to... I don't know if Mr. Crawley's going to help me call the basketball game tonight or not. I don't think he is.
Well, he could do it.
I think he could.
He could do it.
Actually, I think Mike Borders might be joining me tonight.
Oh, that's always fun.
So, our plan is to call the game. As far as we know, it's still on. So we'll have Kozan and Broken Bow tonight on KCNI Radio. And then Mr. Crawley and I will try to get down the road a ways, take a nap, and then try to get to Gearing tomorrow morning. And we'll do wrestling for you tomorrow, and the matches from the B4 District Wrestling Championships will be broadcast on KBBN 95.3 FM. And then we'll have basketball tonight on KBBN as Anselmo Myrna takes on Ansley Litchfield in Ansley. And we were told that the girls' varsity game got moved up to 5 o'clock. So 5 p.m. is the tip time for the Ansley Litchfield and Anselmo Myrna girls game. Boys game will follow. And we'll have those for you on KBBN radio. And the guys are also planning to do the live video stream thing with those games as well.
All right. Also, now that you mentioned maybe some changes due to the cold weather, wanted you to kind of know again. Broken Bow Public Schools have been starting late all week. They'll do that again today, so they'll not have morning pre-K, and buses will run accordingly. And St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Broken Bow have already decided they will not be having any Sunday services, and activities have been canceled at the St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Broken Bow. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning are closed today, but they will not be playing Cody Kilgore in basketball tonight. And I see there's an update here from Thedford Public Schools. They were going to be staying open until 3:22 today, starting a bit late and staying open until 3:22. But now they just have a note here, closing early today at the Thedford Public Schools, and they will not be playing any basketball tonight. Those are some of the things that have changed due to the weather. We expect, kind of thinking maybe with the forecast, that some churches will also be changing their minds going into Sunday morning, and you could probably save yourself a little bit of hassle, and us as well. If you want to get those posted, call those in today if you make a decision today on church service changes, and let your folks know what your plans are, maybe a little earlier than later, because Jeff Bailey is out here on Sundays by himself, and he does answer the phone and post those church service changes, like during snow storms and so forth. But if you make a decision early, it would help him out, and they could be posted today, and people could know about it today. So you can call Kristen Shirley at our front desk and get those posted if you'd like to. If you're going to go ahead and have church, then that's fine too. That's fine too. All right, it's something you should know about since you're a birthday boy this weekend. How old are you going to be? And you sure you don't want an apple? Looks to me like you need an apple.
I'll be older.
Is it a big birthday?
No.
Kind of big? It's got some O's in it?
Yes, it'll have a 0 in it.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not 40.
No, passed that one a few years ago.
Not 60.
Not quite there yet, thank goodness.
Okay. Well, I can tell you 60's not too bad.
No.
It's good, as long as you eat your apples.
I'll just say it. I'm going to be 50 on Sunday, and I got to be honest, I'm having a real terrible time with it.
You are really?
I really am, yes. Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Why should it bother you?
I feel old.
You should never tell a guy that's 67,
Well,
oh, you feel old at 50.
yeah, that's probably true. But no, yeah, the big 5-0 this weekend.
It'll be all right, trust me.
Okay, all right.
It's just a number.
Life, what did they say? Life begins at 50 now?
Well, they used to
Is
say
that
at
the
40,
same?
but now they say
Oh,
50 because
okay.
people seem to live longer. So you probably got another 10 years on the other end that you wouldn't have had it, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But you never know. Yeah, the odds are going against you as you get older.
Yeah, well, thanks, Dave. That makes me feel better.
Everybody's going to check out. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And I guess when you're 50, you're closer to checking out than when you're 40.
That's true.
Wow.
Here to brighten up your day. They get up and go. Breakfast show.
I'm trying to help you. You want an apple? A little piece? It'll
No,
cheer
I
you
don't.
up, really. It's really good for you.
I'm sure it is.
It tastes good with coffee, by the way.
I'm sure.
You know, drinking a couple cups of coffee a day helps your heart.
You know, I read that.
Mm-hmm. So
That's good because I'm drinking it.
there's like everything else in this world, there's a point then that you get to as far as maybe your 6th cup, it's not too good for you.
Yeah.
Just a couple cups. A lot of the ones that I start, I don't get finished because they get cold.
Mm-hmm.
So I go back and either pour it out or warm it up.
Yeah, warm it up.
But when you're 67, you can do anything you want. That's one of the things about being older. You don't have to. There are no rules for. You're getting closer. You're gonna start feeling free.
You know, I really shouldn't complain because I think I'm only the fourth oldest on staff.
No kidding. Fourth oldest?
I think so.
Oh, it's
because there's you.
Yeah.
Bailey celebrated 50. I don't know what 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, he's still got the balloon in the back.
Does he really?
Well, it's real small.
Yeah, kind of lost its air now. And Christy, I know she's older than me.
Oh, way older. Well, you're probably more like her younger sister's age. We supposed to be calling somebody right now? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, the phone's ringing. Should I pick it up?
Well, you can.
Because I don't know. We'll find out what it is.
It's Friday. Why not?
Yeah. Good morning.
Maybe it's an announcement.
Casey and I, KBN, this is Dave.
Yeah, being you're talking about birthdays this morning, I was just wondering if you would wish Rob and Kristen a happy birthday today.
Robin.
You mean?
Okay.
You mean Rob?
Yes.
Is that Kristen Shirley? No, that would be okay.
Robin Kristen.
Robin.
Yeah.
Okay. Birthday, is he as old as Brent? Or she?
Well, I better not go into that.
Oh, you don't want to go there?
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
hey,
thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
There's a lot of birthdays around this time of year. Anniversaries, too, with it being Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it doesn't really figure out, Yeah, there are. I don't know. You seem like there's quite a few around Christmas, Valentine's Day. Yeah. And one of the reasons is it's the new lunar year.
Is it now?
Today.
Okay.
So, Mr. Crawley, your birthday's on the Chinese New Year.
Wow.
Yeah. So if he starts talking Chinese when you're going down the road, it's because he's affected by the lunar holiday.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
It's welcome to the year of the ox, by the way. Today is the Chinese New Year, known as the Lunar New Year. And I won't try to say this in Chinese. They have it spelled out here, but I don't think I'll get it right. But it basically means congratulations and be prosperous. So, Mr. Crawley, that's a good thing to have on your birthday.
Yes, it is.
All right. You sure you don't want just a little slice?
I really don't know.
That's just you know what
you're now. Let's just your wife prepares the apple for you, does she not? Right? It's all neatly sliced up in your little baggie there, and Joan puts that together, doesn't she? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
She does, and she sometimes gets to the car, like this morning, and they'll hear the door open. I'll go, "What are you doing? You said you were leaving." She says, "I forgot to slice up your apple." It's with Joan. It's an instinct that she can't help herself.
Really?
And I take advantage of it.
Now, does she have one of those things that just those slicers that you put on top of the apple?
Oh no!
And then you just push down and it like slices it right over, or does she do it with a knife?
Brent, we do everything manually at our.
Oh.
We don't have an ice maker. We don't have any of those slicers. We don't go for that sort of thing.
Okay.
Got a refrigerator.
Well, she does an amazing job because the slices are like symmetrical.
They're uniform, aren't they?
Yeah.
Should I answer line one? Somebody's
someone
ringing
calling
in.
it. Yeah, it might be another birthday.
Could be. Let's find out.
Could be. Let's find out.
Hard to say here what we're getting into. Good morning. This is Dave and Brent on The Breakfast Show.
And this is Trapper Jim talking to you.
Hey,
Trapper
Jim, how are you?
Well, I'm inside yet, but I'm getting a little concerned about going out.
I don't blame you. It's a bit chilly.
I kind of like to encourage Brent to keep moving. I went right through the decades till I got to the eighth one, and I struggled with the 8th one, but I'm now over halfway through it and looking forward to the next one.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I will. I'll keep moving and moving around, and I hope to get to where you're at one day, Trapper Jim.
Well, I hope you do, because it's been a pretty good run so far.
Yeah, I bet.
And I enjoy listening to you guys bicker a little, banter back and forth.
Yeah, banter.
Yeah, we do that.
It will put a little spice in the show.
Well, good.
Glad you.
And as long as you can part friends, have at it.
Well,
That's right.
thanks, Jim.
Yep.
We're pretty good friends. We haven't had any spats off the air, so I think it's all good.
Lately.
Yeah. I guess it depends on whose opinion you're.
Brett, don't keep bringing up past things.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
It's best to leave those things in the past sometimes.
Yeah. I realize it gets a little difficult once in a while, but time will heal things.
That's good. All right.
Thanks, Trapper Jim.
You're welcome. Glad to hear you guys is able to get out.
Oh, yeah, we made it here. We'll, just like everybody else, be careful out there, and you do the same.
I'll sure try to, because I not quite as high if I go down now. And one thing about the snow, though, long as it gets deep, you struggle through it, but it's cushion when you fall over.
There you go.
That could be, yeah.
Might land in
right.
a drift. Yep.
It's better than a slick piece of ice to go backwards over.
Yes.
It is.
I'll tell you that.
A piece of pavement. You don't want to hit the pavement, right?
No, I don't want to hit the pavement.
All right, Jim, thanks.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Well, that's pretty good to answer the phone both times and not get a business call on it. That's nice. All right, we didn't get to the school lunch menus because we got into, because Brent's having trouble turning 50. He refuses my apple. He's making fun of me because my wife sliced an apple. These are all things that have unfolded so far.
I don't think I was making fun of you that your wife slices the apple. I just thought that it was important for people to understand that Joan was the one, or is the one, that sets that up for you each and every day. And to me, that is just, again, showing what kind of a wonderful lady you're married to.
I agree. And she's a little bit, what does she use the saying? She's, and she wouldn't mind me saying this, she's Irish. She's Irish blood for sure. Her mom was a Ryan.
Yeah.
And then on her dad's side, there's the English, and then she had a Jewish grandmother. So there's a saying that a friend of ours in Ireland told her that the difference between a pit bull and an Irish Jew mother is the pit bull will let go eventually, but the Irish Jew mother will not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think that's kind of. I'm just right now thinking my wife's saying, no, that's not exactly right.
Yeah.
But she'll be texting me soon. Oh, that's so juicy and good.
I'm sure.
A lot of moisture in a good apple. And it's kind of sweet. Mm-hmm. You want to play the game?
Sure. Let's do that.
Hard to believe. Brent Amberson, 50 years old this minute. Started here, he's just a little young guy. Could barely grow even any hair on his face at all. Here he is now.
I was an awfully young guy when I started here.
You were. First time for sure.
Man, you know what? I'm trying to think, because I think I started like between my freshman and sophomore year of college or something.
Yeah, you were.
I think I was like 20. I think I've been here for like 30 years altogether.
Altogether?
Off and on.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, you had to try other things, but you always come back to the
yeah, I love you, Dave.
the studio.
That's why.
You do?
Yep. It's you that keeps me coming back.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like it.
All right, here's your question for today. We're asking questions about the Beatles. This cover, one of the greatest, had teens dancing and yelling all over the place. with the release of their first album, Please Please Me.
Yeah.
What song are we talking about from the Beatles? Was it Gloria, Bridge Over Troubled Waters, Twist and Shout, or Can't Get No Satisfaction? Now remember, this is a Beatles song that we're looking for.
Right on.
And your choices are Gloria, Bridge Over Troubled Waters, Twist and Shout, or Can't Get No Satisfaction. If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
Having computer problems? Don't take it out on your computer equipment. Call Mark Phillips with Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. He offers computer sales, repair, and on-site service. Is your computer slow or infected with a virus? Mark can clean it up. Whether it's a home system or the networking of an office, Central IT is ready to help. From custom builds to individual IT products, Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. Call Mark at 872-6600 for Central IT.
All right, we have Peg on the line. Good morning, Peg.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How are you?
Just great.
You're staying in where it's warm, I hope.
I was eating an apple when you were talking about eating.
Oh, nice.
Do you have any left?
Yeah. Does your wife take the peeling off?
No. Peeling's good for you.
That's the best part. Yeah, and I was trying to chomp it while you were chomping.
When I was growing up, there was a young guy that we had like a church party or something, and we were eating apples, and he's a big guy, young guy, like I think high school or young college age. Mm-hmm. I watched him eat the entire apple.
In one bite?
Core and all.
Well, must have been a hog.
I had never seen anybody do, and I remember, I was probably 6 or 7 at the time, and that has stuck with me.
That's why
all
you
my
don't
life.
Like
I'm just like, wow.
Good for you, an apple a day. Well, you ought to see people eat a roasting here. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, kind of like a typewriter.
They don't eat the cob, though.
John used to laugh at me because of course, he had to have his cut off because he had false teeth, but that's another story. I said twist and shout.
Yes, it's twist and shout. Well done, Peg. Hey, you like those little pizzas, don't you?
Oh, I got to come out there and get all my coupons.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll give you a token for another one, since you were nice to call in and answer correctly.
You know, this is kind of changing the subject, but you're talking about the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I think what it is, we have all these people that are posing as humans, and they're really aliens.
I agree 100%.
Oh, my.
But
I know, but it's possible.
Oh, it's
I've
possible.
Seen some of them that acted and looked like it.
Yeah, there's a few aliens out
they're
there.
Posing as human beings.
Well, I'm going to try to prove that later on in the season here, Peg, so stay tuned.
For me, what do I get out of it?
Nothing at all, no.
Oh, an apple a day.
Yeah, I'll bring you over a sliced apple.
I don't know, those peelings are kind of, but that's got the most food value in it, you know, is the peelings.
Right.
But I don't use it for bananas, you know.
Right.
I'm not going to eat the banana peeling.
Did you do you peel an apple, Peg? And if so,
well, no,
have you?
These were little ones, and I just kind of cored them. And
I just want, because wasn't that a thing? People would try to peel an apple without breaking the peel.
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
but that was the big apple, you know, because it would go on and on and on and on and on.
And on.
And on.
Well, yeah, if you used a peeler.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, the apples are good for you.
They are good. I feel better for
eating
one.
Buddy.
What's that?
In more than one way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's another whole story, too. Thanks, Peg.
Yeah, you guys have a good, safe day.
You
Thanks.
too. All right.
We're in for a goodie.
A couple days, anyway. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Brad. Bye.
Bye. All right. Yes. You sure you don't want to slice? I've got two left,
really
2 or 3
don't.
left.
No.
Let's
though.
see. Let me look. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slices. I can spare a couple if you want. Just a couple. They're really good for you.
I'm good.
All right. More after these words.
Order your conservation trees today. Whether for a livestock windbreak, farmstead windbreak, or field windbreak, conservation trees benefit people, animals, and our environment. Trees help with soil moisture retention, increase crop yields, reduce erosion, and protect lanes of travel, and much more. For more information on available species, call the Lower Loop NRD at 308-728-3221 or visit llnrd.org.
Mamma mia! Godfather's Pizza inside Gary's Superfoods has a special deal going on right now. Get a large one-topping pizza for just $8.99. If you haven't tried Godfather's Pizza in Broken Bow yet, now is a great time to. $8.99 large pizzas from Godfather's inside Gary's Superfoods. Don't forget they deliver. Call your order into 872-0091 or 872-0092. That's 872-0091 or 872-0092 for Godfather's Pizza at Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Donald Trump's defense begins today at his impeachment trial. Correspondent Nicole Killian.
Mr. Trump's lawyers are only expected to take a few hours for their presentation and could wrap their case today, which means it's possible there could be a vote in this trial as early as this weekend.
The Biden administration is rolling out new immigration policies, beginning with allowing in the first of some 25,000 asylum seekers at the border with Mexico. They've been held there for months under the Trump administration. Another winter storm aiming at sites on North Texas.
Winter storm watch in effect from late Saturday night until 6 o'clock on Monday.
In New Orleans, bars are now closed ahead of Mardi Gras. Correspondent David Begnaud.
Party's over before it even started. Last night they shut down the bars. You can't even get to-go drinks. You can't even buy liquor. Heck, you're not even going to be able to hang out on Bourbon Street.
It's usually the busiest time of the year for the city's bars. CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
Here was a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. A winter weather advisory is in effect for large chunks of Nebraska, with portions affected until midday Monday. Sheridan, Cherry, Brown, Rock, Garden, Grant, Hooker, Thomas, Blaine, Loop, Garfield, Arthur, McPherson, Logan, Custer, Keith, and Lincoln counties are all under a winter weather advisory until Monday at noon Central Time. The affected counties could receive 2 to 4 inches of snow today, with an additional light snow over the weekend for a potential total accumulation of 4 to 7 inches. Wind chills could get as low as 35 below zero over the weekend. Valley, Greeley, Sherman, and Howard counties are also under a winter weather advisory, but that is due to expire at 6 a.m. Saturday. A total of 3 to 4 inches of snow is expected in the area, with some locations potentially going beyond that. Wind chills could reach 20 below zero in the affected counties. Meanwhile, Kippaha, Boyd, Holt, Wheeler, Dual, Perkins, Chase, Hayes, Frontier, Dawes, Box Butte, Scottsbluff, Banner, Morrill, Cheyenne, and Sioux counties are under a wind chill advisory until midday Monday due to wind chills dipping to as low as 30 below zero. These areas could also receive 1 to 3 inches of snow. The rest of the state is officially in a hazardous winter outlook, also with the possibility of 1 to 3 inches of snow and wind chills ranging from 20 below zero to 30 below zero over the next 4 to 5 days. An inmate is missing from the Community Correction Center in Lincoln, according to the Nebraska Department of Correctional Services. Devon Johnson reportedly went missing around 2:30 p.m. Wednesday. According to the press release, staff located a cell phone during a search of Johnson's cell shortly before 2 p.m. Wednesday. He was officially reported as missing from his room 30 minutes later. Surveillance video reportedly showed Johnson jumping a fence at the facility and traveling east on West Van Dorn Street. NDCS says Johnson had been at the center since August 2020 and had recently been granted parole pending completion of quarantine. The quarantine was in place due to a positive case of COVID-19 in the wing where he lived. There was no evidence of direct close contact. Johnson started serving his sentence on August 29, 2012. He was sentenced to 13 years and 2 months to 23 years for multiple charges out of Lancaster County that included accessory to a felony murder, terroristic threats, assault on an officer, and assault by a confined person. He has a tentative release date of March 31st, 2030, which was scheduled to have been completed under parole supervision.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA, the Trailblazers topped the best team in the East. The 76ers 118-114. Damian Lillard led Portland with 30 points. Joel Embiid had 35 points in the loss for Philadelphia as the Sixers dropped to 18-8 on the year. Heat over the Rockets 101-94. Houston's now 8-8 since trading away star James Harden. Steph Curry goes for 40 points, leading the Warriors over the Magic 111-105. Celtics took care of the Raptors 120-106, and the Pacers beat the Pistons 111-95. College basketball, just two ranked teams in action. Number 20 USC wins at Washington 69-54, while Minnesota upset number 24 Purdue 71-68. Some NHL games of note: the Panthers beat the Lightning 5-2. Ducks over the Golden Knights 1-0. Hurricanes down the Stars 5-3, and the Blue Jackets outlast the Blackhawks 6-5. Tennis at the Australian Open, American Serena Williams wins her third-round match in straight sets.
Here's your weatherology forecast. We have a winter weather advisory continuing for the forecast area. We'll have snow 1 to 2 inches of accumulation for your Friday, 3 degrees for your high, and winds becoming southeast this afternoon. Another 1 to 3 inches of snowfall for tonight, tapering during the overnight hours. A low of -9. We'll have winds calming during the overnight hours. Saturday, chance for snow ending early. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Mandy Thaluber.
Questions about your retirement deserve more than just a call center. Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. Let me show you the difference personal attention can make when it comes to your goals. Contact me at 308-872-6849. That's 308-872-6849. Personal attention, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It is 4 degrees below zero right now. Wind chills 10 to 15 below under a cloudy sky. Winds are out of the northeast, and that's the factor there, 5, 6, 7 miles per hour. Barometric pressures at 30-39, dropping 1 point, leveling there. Humidity at 79%. High temperature yesterday was 6 degrees above zero. Overnight low of 5 below zero. Sunrise at 7:38 today, sunset at 6:08. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:36, as we do notice our days stretching out a bit now. We did receive some snow overnight, just enough to cover the surface out there, but we did pick up 1/100th of an inch, so we're at 3/800ths for the month. A -4 under a cloudy sky. We'll be back after these words.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/work. That's ZipRecruiter.com/work.
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval. It could help your offer stand out. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers greater confidence in you. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MLSconsumeraccess.org number 30.
I don't know why they do that. 8:07 is your time, and we're going to be catching up with Joan at Mid-Plains Community College and find out what she has for you. That's coming up in just a moment or two. Also wanted to, before I forget here, wish some folks a happy birthday tomorrow, since we'll not be doing the breakfast show. And this happens every year. Not only does my wife provide me with sliced apples, she provides me with a list of some birthdays. Mm-hmm. Nancy Ferguson.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow. And Rick Beschler will be celebrating.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember Rick usually had his birthday around Valentine's Day.
And there's a picture of Rick and Nancy and Roger Gaydon and some others who were in a Catholic confirmation class of some sort. I remember Rick come over for that, and that's when he probably first met Nancy many years ago. They celebrate a birthday today together. Janet LaRue over in Arnold is celebrating a birthday tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
One of the, if not the most beautiful woman in the world.
Mm.
And Brent is noted here, the 14th/Sunday, with a 50 with 2 underlines under it and some exclamation points at the end there.
Okay. Thank you, Joan.
She's always trying to help.
Yes.
We're going to get a hold of, through the telephone, we're going to contact Joan. And I'm just guessing she might rather be in Texas right now, where she came from, but she's in...
I don't know. It doesn't sound very good in parts of Texas either.
And I think she's in mid to northern Texas is where she came from. And I know that my parents' anniversary, they remember going to Texas for their honeymoon and was in a blizzard in northern Texas and got stuck and had to stay in a little motel. It's a kind of a family story, but it does blizzard up there.
Mm-hmm.
Can get cold. Anything else we need to bring forward this morning?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, here we go. We got a little Tom Petty for you. Ah, yes, Tom Petty. That is a re-release from his work from Out of the Vault, Leave Virginia Alone. We have Joan Marie on the line.
Oh.
Many of you know her as just Joan at Mid-Plains Community College. She's a very nice young lady.
Hey, Joan, Brent here. Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Do you ever get called Joni, or do you like that?
I do get called Joni. When I was back home in Texas at one of my internships, that's what they called me.
Oh, okay.
Like exclusively.
Well, I told you my wife goes by Joan. That's actually her middle name. I call her Joni sometimes. And then we have a very nice neighbor who lives across the street. You may know Chris and Joni, but they live across the street. We have 2 Jonies in our neighborhood, and now we have 3 Jonies that we know, and you're one of them.
It's a popular name, I guess.
That's a nice name. It's a nice name. I've always wondered, we're kind of off track here. I have an aunt, Joanne, but it was spelled like Joan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've always wondered, why that is. Do you have any thoughts on that? Shouldn't there be like a A and an N or EE or something at the end?
I think there should either be a space or it should be JOANNE. But
Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah, I don't have time to tell you a story about how they got my wife confused with my aunt because she was Joanne and my wife was Joan. But maybe I could tell that to you some other time. Now, you told us before you come, is it northern Texas or mid Texas?
Central Texas. My hometown is an hour east of Austin.
Oh, did you go down to Austin and check out some of the music down there?
I did, yes.
Oh, you stinker. But you had a good time.
Did you ever...
It was a lot of fun.
Were you ever part of the crowd at Austin City Limits?
No, I've never been to ACL, but I have a lot of friends who went to UT Austin, and they were at ACL every year.
Oh, man. Boy, there's been a lot of good acts on that show, no doubt about it. But the music down there is so prolific. I'd love to go down there sometime and see the city and hear the music down there. It's a beautiful city, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I like Austin. I went to college at Texas A&M in College Station. That's like our kind of rival city, but Austin's a lot of fun. I always enjoyed visiting whenever I could.
Mm-hmm. But you're a staunch backer of your alumni, then.
Yes, I mean, I wear my Aggie ring every day, and I have 2 degrees from there, and my husband has 2 degrees from there. So,
well, then I don't.
We've got to support him.
Well, yes, you've left some considerable investments there, I would imagine.
Oh, yes.
Well, we're glad you're here in Custer County in central Nebraska, bringing those degrees here, and in your case, helping people further their educations. What do you have for us this morning?
So we have got some upcoming community education classes at Mid-Plains. And the first one I want to talk about is our QPR suicide prevention training. That is going to be next Thursday, February 18th at 5:30 p.m., and that is a face-to-face class, so you can physically come here to the college and educate yourself about suicide prevention and learn about the warning signs, clues, and how to communicate with someone who might be in trouble.
Okay, and when that first was being introduced, when the school first introduced that, I think there was some uncertainty about, where it would fit in and so forth, but it's really becoming so important that you're going to continue it.
Yes, yeah, it was part of a grant to begin with, and since that grant has ran out, we realized that it, like you said, is a big need in the community, so we're going to keep offering it. It is still free to attend. We just ask that you call us and let us know you're going to come out. That way we can save you a seat.
Okay, very good, very good. So that's one thing. What else you have for us?
We also have a barn quilt workshop, and this is going to be on Saturday, February 27th from 1 to 4 p.m., and we do these barn quilt classes with Rose Maple of Rustic Milling and Craft, and there is no experience needed For the class, you will paint a full-size barn quilt that is either a 2-foot, 3-foot, or 4-foot square. And all you need to bring to the class is yellow frog tape, a hairdryer, and an extension cord. Rose provides everything else.
Okay, could you go through that list of what folks need to bring again?
Yellow frog tape, a hairdryer, and an extension cord.
All right, now,
and all of this info is also on our Facebook page.
Oh, okay, all right.
They don't have to try and scribble it down.
All right, well, Brent, I don't know if Brent knows what the first item is about, but could you explain that? Is it a special tape or?
I think it's a special tape, kind of like painter's tape. I just think it's a little bit more delicate and probably leaves a little bit cleaner line. Just like regular blue painter's tape.
Okay, all right. Well, that's all they need to bring. And, there's so many folks right now that are looking for, cool things to do at home. And this is something that could be a lifelong, hobby or an enjoyable thing to do. So appreciate that.
Yeah, and then we've also got, starting Wednesdays in March, we have a Historical Buildings of North Platte class that is going to be offered via Zoom out of our main campus in North Platte. And that is Wednesdays, March 3rd, 17th, and 30th from 7 to 8 p.m. And in this course, North Platte historian and author Casey Anderson will lead a part on the historical buildings of North Platte. The first week will cover the Neville Corner, which is the Pawnee, Fox, and Paramounts. The next week covers various other current downtown buildings. And the third week will focus on buildings lost during the urban renewal of the 70s, including the famous depot.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that will be interesting. And a lot of times we need to get down inside these communities, such as North Platte, to see some of those buildings you're talking about. But North Platte is very historic, especially due to the railroad history there. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, and it's available via Zoom, so you are able to stay in the comfort and warmth of your own house and take this course.
Okay, that's great. And did they just, get a hold of you and get that all lined up?
Yes, yeah, you can call me and I can get you registered for the course. Once you pay the registration fee, it is only $20 a person. We will send you the Zoom link, and then whenever it's time for your class to start, you just click on that Zoom link, pull up your little Zoom window, and then go and learn.
Well, more and more people know how to do that these days. If you would have talked about this a year and a half ago, people would have kind of looked at you funny, but most everybody knows how to use Zoom anymore, and if they don't, it's not too difficult, and I'm sure you'd assist them with instructions. So that sounds like a lot of fun, Joan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, that's really what I've got for right now. We've got some other classes that'll be coming up kind of mid-March, but those are really my top 3 community ed classes that I've got going on right now.
All right. Always a pleasure to visit with you. Look forward to next time, and stay warm and enjoy the weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Joan. Thanks a lot. Bye. 8:22. A lot of good things there. Mid-Plains Community College covers it all. They're essential anymore in getting kids ahead before they get to traditional college or even another trade school for that matter. While they're in high school, they can prep for that. And as Don Davis said the other morning, it's changed so much because most kids have a head start going into secondary, into their final piece of education. So talk to them about it. And then they have these sorts of things, which is for everybody and anybody who wants to learn. Yeah, very good. Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it. We'll be back with more after these words.
Looking for a great gift for your Valentine? Take them on a trip to see us at Beau Bootery. Our winter clearance is going on right now, and we've marked 30% off our winter merchandise. Everything from shoes, fashion boots, and bear paws to Nordic beach wraps, tights, leggings, leather purses, and wallets. It's all 30% off. Save on winter merchandise right now at your home-owned shoe store, Beau Bootery, on the square in Broken Bow.
Since 1917, Nebraska State Bank has been helping Custer County and its neighbors progress with innovative products and superior service. And they are here with you, helping you achieve your goals, reinvesting in our area by involvement, leadership, and donation as a means to help others strive and succeed and to further invest in our communities. With all of their locations here in Custer County, Nebraska State Bank is proud to serve you in Callaway, Myrna, and 2 locations in Broken Bow, and online anywhere all the time at nesb.bank. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. We would like to take time to thank Viera Wireless for being part of the show this morning and helping us on this end. Also, a big thank you for what they provide for us to go out and help do streaming wherever the guys go with the camera. And again, they will be using the camera again tonight. As a matter of fact, I believe they're going to be using it this morning for our special broadcast from the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce as they conclude their Love Local promotion and giving away lots and lots of prizes. And we'll have that live on the air on KCNI, KBBN, and everything works out all right. They'll be on Facebook as well and on the other platforms we used, YouTube and Twitter. Mm-hmm. So that's coming up in, let's see here, the 9 o'clock hour. We'll be going down to the chamber, and Jeremy and Gavin will be down there along with other folks for that. But a big thank you to Viera Wireless for helping us do those sorts of things. And they can help you do lots of things, like maybe help the kids get their studies done through technology. They have some great programs for that right now. Stop into the store here in Broken Bow Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Store is also located in Ord, Lexington, and North Platte, just to name a few. And you can call this number locally here to the store here at Broken Bow at 841 South D Street. Call 872-1535 and find out what they can provide for you. And they pride themselves on finding out how wireless can provide you quality services with a plan to fit your needs and budget. Tell them the Breakfast Show sent you. Weather bulletin here, winter weather advisory until 6 a.m. Central Monday. And we expect between 4 and 7 inches between now and early Monday morning. And that could affect travel out there. Call 511 for the latest road information or keep it tuned here to KCNI, KBBN Radio, and we'll do our best to keep you informed. Also, always go to sandhillsexpress.com. You'll find closings on there, the weather forecast, and road conditions available there as well. Mm-hmm. So that's all available. We did want to remind you again of a very important activity. Tammy Phillips, who is the second grade teacher and the Twin Loop volleyball coach, is fighting cancer again for the second time. She beat it down the first time. It's back again. And we all, if we've had relatives, friends, or members of our family, or maybe you've fought cancer yourself, know that it's a mental challenge, it's a physical challenge, and it can be a real financial challenge as well. And they want to help Mrs. Phillips out again, Tammy Phillips. They're going to have a virtual benefit that has been set up to raise money to help with medical expenses, travel, food, lodging, and so forth. Visit the page and view the different ideas being shared to help Tammy. An account has also been established at First National Bank in Sargent, and you can transfer some money to that bank in one way or another. There's lots of ways to do that these days. Or you can also donate electronically through Venmo. And information there can be found on the Facebook page as well. But we want to keep putting the word out about Tammy Phillips, who is a Twin Loop volleyball coach and second grade instructor fighting cancer, and she needs our help. And there's something that we can do to help her out. All right, Brent. Also wanted to thank the Dairy Queen. We got a very nice note yesterday, and I believe the alien that I thought was out in the driveway yesterday morning early may have been Craig Safranek.
Oh.
Not that that doesn't fit, but that was just for you, Craig. Thank you so much. He dropped off some DQ cards for the staff here, which I think's more than generous. And they just did that because they appreciated the recent MNAC coverage of the tournament on the radio and video. So I'll let you guys divide these up. But there's enough here for everybody. Very generous. Very
Good.
nice of Craig to do that.
Appreciate that, Craig. Thank you.
I would, though, Craig, maybe change the shape of your headlights. They look awfully alien-like in the dark. That's all the further I'll go with that, because I know it kind of bothers you. You feel uncomfortable when I talk about the aliens, but you'll find out soon. Scientific facts will back me.
I can't wait to see the proof.
It's coming. It's coming. Whiskey Barrel and Broken Bow. I happened to visit with Stan again the other day, and he kind of got me straightened out. Because I've been telling you that we have drained him of his knowledge.
Yes.
That's
You've
incorrect.
mentioned that.
That's incorrect. I want to withdraw that and resubmit. I've been watching a little court TV lately, so I apologize. Stan explained to me, you don't have it quite right, Dave. He says, I still know everything.
Okay.
He's still the most knowledgeable man in the world, but he's just not getting any new knowledge from people who are asking him about things. He kind of expects maybe that you would have some knowledge that he could put, in his file and use at a later date. But right now, all he's getting is questions and...
so people are like taking and not giving anything back.
Yeah, he still has all the knowledge he's always had, which is, bountiful. But he would just like to see some of the folks who come into the Whiskey Barrel maybe bring up some subject and pass along some information that they know, rather than just, expecting that he would give them all the information they need. It's kind of like Google. It would be nice. Google can take you different places. We're not sure that it's always correct. With Stan, we know it's correct. And it's kind of like, you don't have to think for yourself if you talk to Stan, because he's got all the information right there. So this is kind of where we're at right now with Stan. Other than that, though, he'd be happy to sell you spirits of any kind at fair and honest prices. The thing about the Whiskey Barrel, of course, we've told you this for a long time, but we can't remind you enough. Don't go shopping and worrying about paying too much for a product. He doesn't do glitzy sales. He just has everything priced, right with his competition. And he's got great people who work there. I especially like the girl with the blue hair. She's very nice.
Good.
She studies a lot. I think she might be smart. She might be trying to take over for Stan. I'm not sure.
You never know.
But we'll leave that up to you when you go in. Lots of nice help there. And we have some other things we want to talk about this morning. Let's talk about Brew Baker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. It just seems like a wonderful thing to talk about right now when it's like 15 below wind chill out there.
Yeah, it'd be a great place to go and warm up and have a nice hot drink, cup of coffee, cappuccino, latte. They've got it for you at Brew Baker's Coffee House and Gifts, located in Arnold, Nebraska. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturday from 9 until 3. Valentine's Day is this weekend, and they've got some wonderful gift ideas for you right there in their gift selection at Brew Baker's. Stop in for gifts, cards, balloons. They can put together a flower arrangement. Local delivery available. And remember, gift certificates and gift registries are available as well through Brew Baker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. Again, they're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturday from 9 until 3.
All right, we'll be visiting in the 9 o'clock hour with Bill Blank. Now, Bill is a comedian who's coming to Mr. Rudy's on Valentine's evening, and he has an opening act, Heather Jones, that's going to perform ahead of him. We're going to find out more about the show and Bill. Now, Bill is originally from Iowa. He grew up in Iowa, attending all the inner city schools, and that kind of brings a unique blend of down-home common sense and street sense to his act. So that should fit nicely, and we'll find out a little bit more about, I think he's been published in Sports Illustrated and some other things. So it's going to be fun to visit with Bill Blank in the 9 o'clock hour following the live remote from the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce.
All right.
In the meantime, we've got some other things that we'll be bringing forward to you, such as spending on Valentine's Day. You know, we spend millions of dollars on Halloween, one of the biggest expenditure holidays of the season, which is kind of surprising because Christmas is huge, of course. That's probably the biggest one. But we like dressing up our kids and feeding them lots of candy.
Sure.
And, of course, Valentine's Day is, well, how much should I spend on my loved one?
Right. Yeah, your sweetheart.
Your sweetheart.
Your Valentine.
How much are you planning to spend on your loved one on Valentine's Day? A new study by How Much Are You Planning to Spend? And the National Retail Federation says the average American is looking to drop about, this is an average, of $196.31 on romantic gifts, flowers, and dinner.
I don't think that's happening at my place. But
Don't tell Shelley that.
Yeah.
That's
I
about.
don't know if I want you throwing this number out.
I know. None of them out there probably do. That's about 20% more than last year, by the way.
Wow.
Which seems, I don't know. You have to kind of study it. With COVID and pandemic going on, we're actually going to spend 20% more than last year. And last year was a new record. So maybe it's the pandemic making us more generous this year. Maybe it's the actual cost of Valentine's Day presents. But here's the prediction. In the United States of America, there will be $27.4 billion spent.
Wow.
With a B, telling each other that you love them.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I have always felt, and I've used this for years, one rose and a grilled cheese sandwich.
That's a nice combo.
That will do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll even...
Now, do you prepare the grilled cheese yourself?
Yes, it's a one time a year that... Now, do you use mayonnaise with your grilled cheese?
No, not with grilled cheese.
But here's the thing. That mayonnaise will cause it not to stick. So you put it on the outside of the bread.
Oh, I use butter.
Well, I'm with you there. Butter's good. But I think you can do both. But there's a lot of love in a grilled cheese sandwich. I mean, a lot of love. And it's got Velveeta in it, usually.
Yeah.
Which is a very high-quality cheese.
Yeah, whatever. So you don't make a grilled cheese sandwich. You make a grilled Velveeta sandwich.
Well, you use Velveeta in a grilled cheese, don't you? I mean, you want to use quality.
Velveeta is not cheese.
Oh, here we go. When am I going to get this through your head? You want a slice of apple?
I don't, but thank you for offering. Mm-hmm.
Velveeta is a cheese. You put it in the middle, you melt it. What other kind of cheese are you going to put in there?
But it's not cheese. And the reason I say that is because it's not even in the refrigerated section. I mean, it's just on the shelf. That can't be real cheese.
Once you open it, you refrigerate it.
Although I will say this: don't get the real stuff if you're going to use Velveeta. Some of those substitutes just aren't Velveeta.
Well,
I mean, I like Velveeta. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not coming down on you for using Velveeta. I'm just saying that I don't know if you can really say Velveeta is real cheese.
It melts so wonderfully.
It does.
And it's great with macaroni.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only way to go. So why are you so down on Velveeta?
I'm not. I just told you, I like Velveeta. The only thing I'm saying is I don't know if you can categorize Velveeta as cheese.
You sure you don't want a slice of apple?
I don't think so, no. Thank you, though. Appreciate you offering to share.
You know, I bet Velveeta cheese on an apple wouldn't be too darn bad.
Yeah, it might not be too bad. I like the Velveeta. You take a chunk of Velveeta and then dump a can of Rotel in there. Melt that all up together.
Rotel what?
Oof. That's Rotel. It's the little can of like tomatoes and chilies.
Oh,
it's called Rotel.
I think that's a farm product.
And
I think that's what you put on corn to keep the bugs from getting on it.
What?
Rotel. You better check the label on that.
Whatever.
Speaking of that, I'd like to play a song, and I want to explain this song before I play it, because a few years ago, played this song, and the phone rang, and somebody was really mad at me.
For playing the song?
Well, there's content in the song about DDT.
Oh.
Kind of like your Rotel.
What?
Yeah. And I wanted to explain, this song was a cover by the Counting Crows. I think Joni Mitchell did it first, called Big Yellow Taxi.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And she did it back in the 60s when they were having this big controversy over DDT and being used for farming purposes that was causing problems with the bald eagles.
Mm.
They did stop use of that, and the bald eagle population, not just for that reason, but for other reasons, has rebounded. We almost lost our bald eagle back in that time. So this is a cover of an old song, so it doesn't apply to today. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh,
and if you use Rotel with your Velveeta cheese, I would read the label, because you might be eliminating maybe a big eagle at your house.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Don't let winter weather and the fear of falling keep you stranded for the season. Poor balance doesn't have to be a consequence of aging.
Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment from Pearson Physical Therapy, offering clinic, home, and telemedicine visits. Don't fall, give Pearson's a call at 872-5800.
It's Valentine's Day crunch time. Find your Valentine's something beautiful at your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, Varney Health Mart. New Montana Silversmith items are in, plus save because it's 20% off. So is all of their costume jewelry. It isn't Valentine's Day without a card and candy. They have delicious options like Russell Stover, Baker's Chocolates, and Candy Kebabs, to name a few. Shop for your Valentine's Day gifts at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
All right, some things we wanted to kind of go over here again. Thedford Public Schools will be closing early today. They don't say here on the posting what time. They originally had a regular closing time at 3:32, but they will be closing early at the Thedford Public Schools today. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning are closed today, and those ball games that Sandhills Thedford would be playing tonight have been canceled. They will not be playing basketball tonight. St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Broken Bow have canceled their Sunday services and all activities. And again, of course, Broken Bow's been closed or starting late each and every day this week at 10 a.m. They're doing that again this morning. And then they'll dismiss at their regular dismissal time on Friday, which is a little different. It's earlier than during the week. All right. Just to update you, Brent, I know that you've been following this closely, as most people have. The Gorilla Glue Girl that we've been following this week finally is free a month after super gluing her hair when she ran out of hairspray and used the Gorilla Glue spray.
To hold her hair in place.
Yes.
And it worked.
It worked, but it just stuck to her head, made her look like she had a helmet, and she couldn't get it away from her skull. So she eventually got referred to a surgeon, plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills. And she went there. Her name is Tessica Brown. And she is now okay. She's now out of her hair helmet. Aside from her glued hair, there wasn't any actual surgery involved.
That's good.
They thought they were going to do surgery. That's why they set her up there. This plastic surgeon came up with a concoction that she said was made out of industrial glue remover. And so along with that remover and olive oil and a couple other little chemicals, it did the trick. And by the way, not everyone thinks that Tessica Brown is a total idiot because she used that product. They set up a GoFundMe account, or she did, that she started, and she started that for herself. It's raised $21,000.
Oh, my.
Yes. Now, you heard from your mother?
I did, yes. I got
Hi, Peggy.
A text message.
Hi, Peg.
You know, it's never good when you get a text message from your mom and it starts like this: son. I don't know. Just when text messages start like that, I get nervous.
Love it. Just love it. Embrace it.
This is what she said. She says, son, Velveeta does have square slices individually wrapped in the refrigerated section and makes delicious grilled cheese, especially, now I didn't know they had these, especially the jalapeno Velveeta slices.
Oh, thank you, Peggy. Yeah, and Peggy, give Jim a kiss for me on Valentine's Day, would you?
Yeah.
Michael Davis dropped in a note here. Today is also Abraham Lincoln's birthday. That is true today.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone remember when this was a holiday? You know, they moved it so it would be more convenient for vacationing, I guess.
Well, because George Washington's birthday is later in the month, right?
I believe it is.
So then they created President's Day, is that correct?
Yeah, they put it together. So in other words, yeah, they made it one. Thank you, Michael. And Michael also sent, and I printed this out because yesterday I hadn't dived all the way into it. Maybe next week we can get to this, the rural purge of television. It's very, very interesting. It's rather lengthy, but it touches upon what happened to TV from the 60s going into the 70s, and that love for those country shows, Western shows, that got eventually pushed away because of the urban growth. It's pretty interesting. And it made for a good conversation on TVs yesterday. And history. We got a nice call from Millie Winkler on the Party Line show yesterday. She enjoyed our conversation on history and television. So
good.
Thank you, Millie. 28 years ago today, Groundhog Day was released in theaters.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you haven't? You'd love it.
I know.
It's really good.
Everybody tells me that.
Bill Murray is fantastic in it.
I don't know why I've never sat down and watched it, to be honest.
It's really funny. It's really funny. So your mother's watching, so behave yourself.
Okay.
She's actually listening, maybe, or watching. She could do either one.
You know, when you've arrived, when you're able to look in a camera and say, "Hi, Mom."
Yeah. It's coming up on 10 before the hour. We did want to cover this as well.
Oh, my.
Gibbons Electric, they don't monkey around. Now, they have a new storefront in downtown Ansley on Main Street they've been working on and now open. So they're working out of there. Congratulations, Andy and crew.
Yeah, call Gibbons Electric LLC of Ansley for your jobs, big or small. Andy will give you a free estimate. Just give him a call at 308-763-1193. Andy now has a shop location on Main Street in Ansley that Dave mentioned, and he's ready to go to work for you with any residential, commercial, agricultural, electrical jobs. Offering 15 years of experience, give him a call today at 763-1193, and their website is simply wedon'tmonkeyaround.com.
I started a little early on that. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah. I guess I could do it again. He just doesn't monkey around. There's no doubt about
it. And when you're dealing with electricity, you really would prefer someone who doesn't monkey around.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And if you're doing some gardening or repotting your plants, you want to talk to somebody that knows about little bugs and good planting soil, potting soil, a guy who knows how to run a shovel and hoe. And we've got the guy lined up for you at the Garden Center in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Yes, that would be Ryan and the gang. And remember, it's your year-round Garden Center in Broken Bow. They have various new house plants to choose from right now and wonderful pottery, stylish, decorative, creative, unique pots in various colors to appease any style. Even planters shaped like animals. Fun for the kids or desks or for the animal lover in your family. So to find out more, just give the Garden Center a call, or better yet, just stop in. They're open year-round. Hours right now are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and also open on Saturdays from 10 until 2. You can also give them a call at 872-6095.
Thank you, Brent. There are some jobs available. A couple different jobs at Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership, and a very, very good job opening at Sargent Drilling.
Here's the info. CNCAP is looking for an infant toddler cook. That's a 40-hour per week position year-round in Broken Bow. Starting pay $11.22 per hour. Offering health, dental, life, and vision insurance, an exceptional PTO plan, paid holidays, and retirement available as well. The individual will purchase food and prepare meals complying with USDA requirements, be responsible for cleaning classrooms, dishes, laundry, etc., and then work a minimal time in the classroom with children ages 6 weeks to 3 years old. The other position that they have available right now is for an infant toddler co-teacher. That is also a 40-hour per week position year-round in Broken Bow. Starting pay $11.22 to $12.24 an hour, depending on qualifications. Offering insurance, including health, dental, life, and vision, an exceptional PTO plan, flexible scheduling, and retirement available as well. This individual will work in a classroom with children ages 6 weeks to 3 years old, assisting the teacher with daily activities, planning activities, cleaning, and completing paperwork. For these positions, you can contact CNCAP Human Resource Department for more info at 308-745-0780. Their extension is 105. You can also apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com. And as Dave mentioned, Sargent Drilling Company in Broken Bow is looking for help and is accepting applications for full-time employment right now. They offer competitive wages, holiday and vacation pay, health insurance, and 401k. A good driving record is required and a CDL is preferred. Apply in person at their office at West Highway 2 in Broken Bow or call 872-5125. Sargent Drilling Company is an equal opportunity employer.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you so much.
No, going to the phone. Dialing out.
Outbound calls, what they call that. Oh, I know about Velveeta cheese and outbound calls. I feel very knowledgeable today.
I'm sure you do.
Parking lot. Oh, phone's ringing.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Sounds like some
Who is
sort of
that?
a deviant.
Yeah, who did you call?
I thought I got a hold of Tom Hilkemeyer, but I think I got a hold of Dracula.
Oh, my.
No.
Is
Just
this
me
Tom?
in the morning.
Tom,
It
good
is.
morning. How are you?
Good morning, birthday boy. It's coming up on a
thank you.
half century.
Well, that's what I'm told.
No, he's over the half-century mark now, or he will be.
Yeah. But still, you're just a kid, Brent.
Oh, thanks, Tom. I'm a kid at heart.
I've had such fond memories of you working at that radio station for so long.
Yeah.
Radio stations, I should say.
Yeah, well, Tom, of course, was. I've always looked at Tom as a mentor, and I mean that sincerely, because Tom was a sports director when I first started working here, and we went out and did a few ball games together, didn't we, partner?
Yeah, just a couple, I believe. Yeah, there was. I think I counted up one time, and you and I worked together on 243 different.
Wow, really?
Broadcasts.
Oh,
Yes.
man, yeah, probably.
Yes, and there's a lot of people that will remember the darker side of those broadcasts when I couldn't talk or trying very hard to get out the word coin toss.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was always coin toss.
Yes.
Yeah, and you and Dave work great together. I enjoy listening to you guys or watching you guys in the mornings. Good night. I'm glad they didn't have that video camera when I was doing the breakfast show with David.
It's not that. Well, yeah. We could. With some of the things we pulled off the air would not have gone over very well.
No, we're in a different age now.
Yeah.
That sort of thing is allowed.
No.
We're shooting a rifle underneath of a mobile home to kill off a possum.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I was here for that.
A few things like that. My favorite was when we lit the pants, the ladies' pants on fire. I thought that was fun.
Of course.
Was the Capri thing?
Capris, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, those things went up flame-wise. They were beautiful.
Yeah, they're like flash paper.
Yeah, oh God, that was great. It was good. Hey, Tom.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say thanks for wishing happy birthday.
Oh, well, absolutely. I wouldn't have missed it. I would encourage you, if you need a vacation spot during this Arctic vortex we're in, to visit the Treasure Valley of Boise, Idaho.
Oh.
I spent about 3 months out there just a little while ago. My daughter had some surgery on her ankle, and I had to go out and make sure that her dog was taking good care of her. So we got to visit some country that's gorgeous, and I would highly encourage people to do that. And that might be the thing for your next birthday, Brent.
All right, yeah.
Go out to Boise.
I'll talk to you from Boise.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And I understand that the Super Bowl entertainment has been lined up for Super Bowl 60 now, which is 5 years from now.
Really?
Yeah. It'll be Keith Richards and Willie Nelson.
Oh, wow. Keith Richards and Willie Nelson, 5 years from now.
Yeah, they're 5 years from now. Yeah, we better take good care of this planet. We got to figure out what we're going to leave for them and Betty White.
Yeah, that's right.
I call to say happy birthday, Brent. You guys have a great show and have a great weekend.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate you calling.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
All right, bye. Tommy.
Great memories working with that guy. 200. What'd he say? 243 games we did together.
And
probably.
How many of those did he drive to? Because
several.
Well, he might
not all.
You know, Tom, you might have aged Brent probably 20 years just having him ride with you in the car. Because it was a wild ride with Tom.
Tom was amazing. Because the first time I ever went with Tom was able to fill out his lineup sheet while he was driving to Gothenburg.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that.
So
I'm like, wow.
You didn't mind hitting the shoulder off every once in a while then?
No.
Okay. Now, you were younger then. Well,
much.
News is next after these words.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Hold on. I'm not sure why I was whispering. The savings Nate and Jack at Universal Insurance are seeing when people switch is not a secret. They have several insurance companies you can choose from for your commercial business, farm, and personal auto. They've moved it all. Why not save money while getting great coverage at the same time, backed by a couple of guys who have your back? Talk to Nate and Jack at Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today and insure your universe.
Is your New Year's resolution for 2021 to focus on your financial goals? Then Bruning Bank has your back. Get custom notifications with our new alerts feature. Simply sign in to your online banking to customize the alerts that suit your needs and choose how you would prefer to receive them. It's that easy. The Bruning Bank mobile app now features Credit Sense to help you monitor your credit score as well. And with the addition of Zelle, it's never been easier to send and receive money between family and friends. Call today or visit bruningbank.com for more information. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Are your aches and pains preventing you from doing the things you love? Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. We offer complete one-on-one physical therapy for you. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is known as the best hands in town, and we will help you achieve your goals and keep you moving in 2021. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. It's time for Donald Trump's defense at his impeachment trial. Correspondent Nancy Cortez with a preview.
They're going to argue that the president did explicitly at one point tell that crowd on January 6th to be peaceful. They say that's being overlooked. They're going to argue that this process has been rushed and unfair to Mr. Trump, while at the same time, they're going to argue it's too late to impeach him because he's now out of office.
Much of the nation is in the deep freeze. Winter storm warnings for North Texas. In the Pacific Northwest,
the next storm is a big one, a whopper, banging into the West Coast. Seattle, Portland, 6 to 12 inches of snow. Could be the biggest snow in Seattle in 35 years.
Meteorologist Jeff Baradelli in Oregon. Ice is making driving dangerous.
When I was driving, it just wasn't very pretty what I was looking at.
In New Orleans, bars have closed ahead of Mardi Gras because of the pandemic. It's usually the busiest time of the year. CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, Here's Deb Carson.
Starting with some news from the NFL, Ramon Foster of 104.5 The Zone is reporting that Twin centers Marquise and Mike Pouncey have decided to officially retire from their respective NFL careers. Also in the NFL, Tom Brady's having a cleanup procedure on his knee. Coach Bruce Arians says the procedure is not that big a deal. The Raiders plan to release receiver Tyrell Williams, who missed last season after suffering a torn labrum in his shoulder before the start of the season. In last night's NBA action, Damian Lillard led Portland with 30 points as the Trailblazers beat the Eastern Conference leading Sixers 118-114. Steph Curry scored 40 for the Warriors as they downed the Magic 111-105. Miami Heat burned the Rockets 101-94. Houston falls to 8-8 since trading away James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets.
Here's your weatherology forecast. We have a winter weather advisory continuing for the forecast area. We'll have snow 1 to 2 inches of accumulation for your Friday, 3 degrees for your high, and winds becoming southeast this afternoon. Another 1 to 3 inches of snowfall for tonight, tapering during the overnight hours. A low of -9. We'll have winds calming during the overnight hours. Saturday, chance for snow ending early. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Mandy Thaluber.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Spring is near, and Custer Electric and Irrigation is already gearing up for all things pivots. The books have begun filling up with the mild weather, so call today to replace old sprinkler packages or schedule your pivot inspections. Schedule a pivot inspection before March 1st and receive a discounted labor rate as well as a 10% discount on all replacement parts used. Lance follows a 47-point inspection process so you can feel confident in your pivot's performance as spring planting gets underway. Now through March 1st, enjoy 10% off all inventory. Stock up on gearboxes and center drives. Try that new FieldNet product you've been wanting. Or stock up on supplies for your next electrical job. All 10% off through March 1st. Interested in NF Trax tires or FieldNet products but not sure if you want to take the plunge? They have limited availability for farm demos, so hurry and claim your demo products today. For your one-stop shop, call them at 308-880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:05, it is snowing now. Pretty good out there, to be honest about it. Our temperature is 4 below zero, and we are going to hook up with the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce in 2 minutes. That gets your heart pumping. A couple cups of coffee and some Arthur Conley with some sweet soul music. Brent Apperson with you, Dave Burney with you. It's 4 below zero, snowing, but we believe that Jeremy and Gavin and some folks at the chamber are all inside where it's nice and warm and ready to give away some great prizes this morning. So let's find out what's going on at the chamber. Gavin, how's it going?
You gotta be cold. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, we are at the chamber, and it is cold outside. I can promise that when we walk inside. Snowing as well, but like you said, it is warm here in the chamber office, and we're very excited to be giving away some great prizes. And kind of to start us off, if you're not on Facebook, you definitely should be, because we're also streaming this live on Facebook. You can check it out. Jeremy is currently occupying the floor and making sure that we are good to go. Giving us the head nod. So thank you to him. And a big thank you to Kincaid Brewing Company, as they are our grand prize sponsor, and we'll be talking about that here in just a couple of minutes. But first, I want to introduce a couple of people to my left. First, Stephanie Groffel. She is the administrative assistant at the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce, and really the first time you've been able to be on the radio. So good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I am doing well. And to your left is the man who seems to be everywhere. Right, Andrew?
I suppose. That's what you want to say.
Andrew Ambridge with the CEDC also joining us here this morning. And Barry Fox also here representing Kincaid. And talk a little bit about kind of the bed and beer, I should say, that brand new, and as far as I know, things are kind of really taking off.
Yeah, so we actually just completed this. We did some renovations. We previously had kind of a space for people to have events, and we could do about 65 people. Well, we renovated that completely through kind of the last quarter, and we opened it just the end of January. So we have about 1,500 square foot, really an apartment. So it's 2-bedroom, 2 queen beds. It's got another Murphy bed that you can fold out, and then another couch that folds out, so you can actually sleep and eat in there very comfortably. Has a walk-in shower with a beer fridge, which everybody needs. So it's stocked with a mixed 6-pack when you rent the place. So obviously you have to be 21 to rent. You can add on and add a keg if you'd like, but it's just steps away from the front door. Nice, easy entrance, easy access, and it's been really popular. I think we've got all the weekends booked pretty well through the end of March, and some in April starting to fill up, so it's been really good.
Perfect. And, if people are interested maybe in booking a room, what's the best way to do that? They just contact the Kincaid here in Broken Bow?
So they can contact us at Kincaid. They can go to Lodgify, Lodgify, lodgify.kincaid.com, and then Airbnb, we're on there as well. So you can find us in multiple ways. Find us on Facebook.
Perfect. Well, of course, that's going to be our grand prize, and we'll draw for that here in a minute. But first, Stephanie, I want to go through the businesses that are making this possible, and a lot of great businesses supporting Love Local. And can you kind of go over those real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. We have Awards and More is our first business, and then there's Bow Bootery, Bow Family Furniture, Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio, Chapin's Furniture, and Square One with that. Square One, right? All right, Geared for Sports, Kincaiders, obviously, Clips and Curls, Legends Bar and Grill, Lily Kate Boutique, Nebraska State Bank, Off Broadway, Ortello Dale, The Quilting Shack, Triple Blessed, and Varney Health Mart.
Now, you and Andrew have been hard at work, mostly you. We'll give Andrew a little credit, but counting all of the tickets that have been brought in are now currently in our special basket, if you will.
Our terrarium.
And I know, Andrew, you're a big guy on numbers, so kind of talk a little bit about what you've come up with after calculating everything out.
Well, I got to give all the credit to Stephanie, because she did most of the work. But when we walked into this Love Local promotion this year, one of the things we wanted to focus on was metrics. What good are we actually doing? How are we helping our members and those that participate in Love Local? And we're happy to announce that this program, since it opened up that last Thursday of January, over $80,000 worth of qualifying purchases were part of Love Local. And so that's illustrated by the tickets here in this terrarium. And so each ticket represents $25 of a qualifying purchase at each of our businesses. And I think that's a huge success, especially since, in talking with a lot of our retailers, we kind of get into that lull of gift giving after Christmas and after the holidays. And so to be able to introduce people back into the businesses, make sure that they stay local, and really try and celebrate the gift of giving, on into these really cold days here in January, February, and March. So really excited that this is doing what we wanted it to do, and really providing good benefit to the participating businesses.
Well, I think that just leads us into, let's draw for some winners.
Perfect.
What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
All right, first off, we're going to draw for the Kincaid Bed and Beer because we want everyone to have an equal shot at it. So, Barry, we're going to pull one out. We will not announce the winner until the end. All right, we've got our winning ticket.
Okay.
We're going to hold on to that, so we're just going to sit that to the side for now.
All right, we've got 15 more to draw for. So who wants to come up next and make a draw?
Got it.
Come on down. So we've got Keely from Legends Bar and Grill that's coming on up, and she's going to do our next draw. So just stir away,
around.
however you want to do it.
Pull out the
I know
winner.
what color my tickets are. Okay. Lacey Dady? Daddy
Yeah,
Dady?
Lacey Dady, it looks
Lacey
like.
Dady. So you'll be able to pick up that $25 gift certificate or gift card at Kincaid Brewing Company, or Kincaiders, excuse me, Legends Bar and Grill.
At
So
Legends Bar and Grill, yep.
be able to stop by there and pick that up. So congratulations. We'll hold on to that, and we'll make sure that you're contacted regarding that winning.
And next up, do you want to come up, Lola? Sure. We've got Lola, who's a stout member of the community, right?
Stout is right. A long time. I call it a long time.
Member of the community,
Sure.
absolutely.
Been in business a long time, Okay.
$25 is going to who, Lola?
50.
Oh, 50, that's
They're
right.
$50
Yes,
gift
they
certificates,
are.
yeah.
I think that is.
It says Michelle Miller.
Yes, and she's going to pick up something at.
No, she's going to pick it up at your shop.
She's wonderful.
Absolutely.
It
Michelle.
pays to come, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
It's been fun.
Absolutely.
All right, who's next? Who wants to come and draw?
Terry, since you're standing, do you want to come on up? We have Terry here from Off Broadway. They graced us with $50 in chamber bucks for this promotion, so that's been really nice.
Perfect.
And then they did. You want to talk a little bit about how you guys handled the beers?
We hit our hearts on the first floor of our facility, and then the residents, when they found them, they didn't move them. They left it there, and then when they came to the front desk, we wrote a name on a ticket, and every time they found one, they got to put their name in.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Great
and
way
we
to
had
involve
some of our little residents that were just ecstatically excited about it every day. So
bet.
it was fun.
Very cool. Let's find out who's the winner of the chamber bucks.
Okay.
And that's $50 in chamber bucks, and it looks like Christina.
With, I don't know, BD it says.
I don't know. It says Christina 128. I think that's somebody from Legends that came in. We will check into
There's
that.
no phone number or anything either.
No.
It says Christina BD with. I don't
Kirsten?
know.
Kirsten?
Kirsten from BD.
With
I
okay.
don't remember his last name from off the top of my head, but
so
I will get.
But we know what the contact
We know
information
who it is.
is.
Remember, that's the $50 in chamber bucks, and they can pick that up here at
Yeah.
the Broken Bow Chamber office. So do keep that in mind, and we'll be drawing for more chamber bucks a little bit later on.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Terry. Who would like
Julie.
to be next? Ooh, Julie, come on down.
Julie.
On my way. I can't wait to draw a winner.
All right.
Okay. And I'm Julie Griebel from Varney Health Mart, and I want to thank everybody for coming in and shopping, and I'll draw a winner. Oh, it's Deb Weatherly.
Oh, very cool.
So Deb, go on over to Varney Health Mart to pick up your winning certificate.
All right. Courtney, come on down. want to thank Courtney for giving me this wonderful haircut. Dave, I know that you're upset about it, but you and Christy both, but it'll be okay.
You were a little shaggy.
A little bit, yes.
All right, McCaslin.
Very cool. Another $50 gift card, gift certificate given away, and again, you can pick that up at.
You're going to pick
Clips
that
and
one up
Curls.
at Clips and Curls.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, I think.
How many more do we have to draw? Andrew, have you been keeping track for me?
We have 6 strong. We've got 10 more.
10 more to
Okay.
go. We're just going to roll.
So we're going to do one for Bo Bootery this time. And Bo Bootery is going to Cindy Ogle.
Great.
So that's $50 they can pick up at Bo Bootery for that gift certificate. Next should be Broken Bow Floral. And this was purchased at Broken Bow Family Furniture. Can you look up number 289?
And our winner is
Ellen Oliver.
Ellen Oliver. Very cool. Another $50 there.
And that one's going to be at $50 at Bow Family Furniture. So you can pick it up there.
Both.
Oh, Bow Floral. I'm sorry. Bow Family Furniture is who the thing was. So Bow Family Furniture will be next. I think somebody
There's a
else
lot
should
of
be drawing
tickets.
these. I know, right?
No, we have like a ton of people in here.
I don't know why people aren't just keep coming up to this again. Okay. It looks like, does that look Debbie Dady?
I would agree. Yep.
Debbie Dady. You have got a $50 gift certificate at Bow Family Furniture.
Yep.
Wow. Do you think I can remember all of this? I'm looking down because my list is on the floor. Geared for Sports is our next $50 certificate. Number 320.
Andrew goes to the list.
Lane Sommer.
Lane Sommer, winner there. Again, $50 at Geared for Sports.
Yes. Lily Kate Boutique will be our next one. Oh, that's beautiful. And at Lily Kate, we have McCaslin.
Again.
Oh. Can they win twice?
Yeah, there's no.
I don't see why not. Okay, McCaslin.
They spent the money.
You spend the money, honey. I got the time. Okay, so McCaslin, and that is at Lily Kate Boutique.
Nebraska State Bank should be next.
Yep, and Nebraska State is the $50 in chamber bucks. So,
$50 in chamber bucks.
did anybody put my name in here for this? Because that would be great.
Try to pull them from the bottom.
I'm trying. $297.
Survey says Larry and Kathy Larson.
Nice.
Again, you can pick up those $50 chamber bucks here at the Broken Bow Chamber.
Yes. Okay. I think we're down to Ortello Dale. Move these around so I can get some of those bottom tickets up. It's making all kinds of noise. Oop, I grabbed 2 tickets. Lacey Dady, again. Lacey Dady. And that's for Ortello Dale, $50.
Next one up will be the Quilting Shack.
Okay. Rhonda Headley.
New winner there.
And that's $50 through the Quilting Shack.
We'll head to our other boutique, Triple Blessed.
Okay. Keep going. Number 295.
Andrew will go to the list one more time.
Kathy Fowler from Arcadia.
There we
Kathy
go.
Fowler, very cool.
So $50 from Triple Blessed. And I think
bring us to the end?
that brings us to the end. That brings Barry back up here so that he can tell us who our grand prize winner is.
All right, so the grand prize winner was at Chapin's, and the winner is Jeannie Smith.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Jeannie.
Man, talk a little bit one more time about how she can get registered and find a time when she can come in.
Yeah, so you can, Jeannie, if you want to just call us out at Kincaidor, we can help you with that. Our number out there is 308-872-8348. Or if you want to book on Lodgify, I think it will require a deposit, so it'd be a lot better if you would just call us. We can help you find an open date and get that booked for you.
Perfect. Well, thank you again, Barry, and thank you to Kincaidor Brewing Company for providing the grand prize. I think everyone's jealous right now.
Cool, thanks.
And a big thank you to all of the participating businesses who took part in the Love Local here at the Chamber of Commerce. Very excited, and it's a lot of money coming right back to the community. So very excited, and a big thank you to all of them. And any final thoughts before we turn things back over to the men who haven't left the studio in a couple hours?
Yeah, no, I think the one thing to remember is that we are going to be doing our annual banquet here in March. So that's coming up March 27th for the Chamber. So that's going to be our next big event. We'll start selling tickets soon for that. So another way to support our local businesses and to celebrate our local businesses.
Always love local. Thank you to everyone who came to the Chamber today. And that does it from us at the Chamber of Commerce. Brent, Dave, back to you.
Thank you very much, guys. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations and a thank you to all the businesses who participated, making those funds available, the shopping opportunities available that will be recycled right through the community. That's how it works. That's what it's all about. It is 9:24, and I believe, Brent, we were being accused of sitting in this warm studio for the last 2 hours while the guys were out. It was just a subtle thing that Gavin had mentioned. He said,
really?
Back to the guys who have been sitting in the studio for the last couple hours. Does he realize the stress and the amount of work it takes to put on a breakfast show?
Exactly, and not only that, but you and I, we're at the age now, we've paid our dues, right?
Well, you're 50 Sunday.
See, you're... well, over 50, and see these young bucks. They haven't paid the dues that you and I have paid in this business yet.
No, they don't really know yet. When we have a regular summer coming up to where we're doing lots and lots of remotes, and they're in the mix, they won't be giving us a hard time back here at the studio because payback is you know what. Now, we are going to be having the pleasure of visiting with Bill Blank in just a little bit. Bill Blank will be the feature comedy act at Mr. Rudy's Restaurant and Drinkery this Sunday, which is Valentine's evening. Heather Jones will open. We'll find out more about that this morning. Before we do that, let's talk pizza.
Yes, let's do. One more, live read to pass your way here today. Of course, Valentine's Day is coming up this weekend, and something they do all the time at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow around Valentine's Day is the heart-shaped pizza.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Share a heart-shaped pizza with your loved one. They're serving that, and you can order it now through the 14th of February. Also, something new at Pizza Hut is the Detroit-style pizza, and you can get that in either double pepperoni, double cheese, meaty, or supreme. It has a special sauce on top. It's not your ordinary pizza sauce. So check out the new Detroit-style pizza available now at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. Don't forget their dining room is open, and they're excited to welcome you back into the Pizza Hut.
Great.
So check it out, Pizza Hut, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
All right, good morning to Debbie Clay Dady. She says, hi, Dave. Debbie, hi to you. You've also just maybe learned that you won some goodies at the Chamber drawing this morning, so check that out. Also, a good morning to Pam Gaston, who said good morning this morning on our chat page. Appreciate that, Pam. Hope that you're having a good week and going into the weekend. Stay warm. Now, we are going to be visiting in just a little bit with Bill Blank, so stay tuned for that, and we'll take a time out and get set up for that.
It's Valentine's Day crunch time. Find your Valentine's something beautiful at your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, Varney Health Mart. New Montana Silversmith items are in, plus save because it's 20% off. So is all of their costume jewelry. It isn't Valentine's Day without a card and candy. They have delicious options like Russell Stover, Baker's Chocolates, and Candy Kebabs, to name a few. Shop for your Valentine's Day gifts at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
During the pandemic, Nebraska public school teachers have worked hard to help their students continue to learn.
We've been able to figure it out, and we have been able to continue the learning for students.
But we are also very lucky to have parents at home that support education, that make us feel appreciated, and send kids ready to learn.
The 28,000 members of the Nebraska State Education Association want you to know teaching never stops and learning never ends. Learn more at nsca.org/stepup.
You're looking for soybeans that give you the yield you want. But when it comes to fighting your toughest weeds, you also need flexibility. Introducing Extend Flex soybeans. Elite genetics with triple tolerance to dicamba, glyphosate, and glufosinate. The yield you want, the choice you need. Learn more at extendflexsoy.com. Always read and follow IRM where applicable, grain marketing, and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
9:28. Brent Amperson has left the studio. Actually, he's heading up to the school here this morning because another one of our fantastic seniors on the ladies' side of athletics are going to be announcing a signing with the college. So that's where Brent's headed. So we'll get a little music going and get set up for our next interview with Bill Blank. Well, it is Valentine's weekend, so Billy Gibbons says treat her right. It is 9:31, and we have the pleasure of bringing you Bill Blank, who evidently has just gotten out of bed because he pulled a tricky one on me here. Bill, how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. That was a good one, Bill. I said, you want to do this interview? And he goes, no, I think I'll go back to bed. That was pretty good. Bill Blank, it's good to have you along. Going to be great to have you here in Sargent to Mr. Rudy's Restaurant and Drinkery. We always look forward to having new talent around, and certainly people are enjoying the comedy that's been coming through there with the Pub and Grub comedy team. Your background is interesting. I noticed that you're from Iowa originally, attending inner city schools, and it mentions here that kind of has formed some of the comedy that you bring to the stage. That should match up pretty well here in Nebraska, I would think.
Yo, it does. I've been doing shows throughout Nebraska I've been in this business for 20 years now. So, regionally, obviously, that's where you're going a lot. I do the Funny Bone in Omaha at least once or twice a year. And I've always just had a really good time in Nebraska. People seem to get me. When you go to all inner city schools, and it sounds weird saying that with Iowa, but everybody knows every state has its bigger cities, and you got the inner city schools. It just happens.
Yeah.
But that coupled with that Midwestern kind of Iowa, Nebraska farming community, just right outside of the city, it just makes for this combination of just that kind of street smart you have to have in the big cities, coupled with that just good down-home logic that you have on the farm,
Yeah, that's a great combination. And Lord knows these days, Bill, we could use a little valve pressure release concerning social issues and the culture right now. Common sense seems to be kind of hard to come by. And with the mix that you're talking about, they should be able to chuckle a little bit about some of the social issues going on.
Absolutely, 100%. And that's, we're in this place where there's no middle ground. There's just no middle ground anymore. It's either you're with me or you're against me, and everybody sits around and just talks to like-minded people all the time, and they don't listen to any other point of view. And I'm a person who resides in the middle, and I think that most people are, if they're being honest with themselves. And I think I kind of make it so that that's okay.
Well, that would be a lot of fun these days, because you're right. I think even folks, as you just mentioned, that are in the middle for some reason right now, they don't want to think about it or talk about it. A lot of people out in this part of the country, I think, actually ignore the news because it's so frustrating. And to be able to listen to somebody talk about it with humor is going to be kind of nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't, it's not like that's what I spend all my time on. Sometimes, it's just whatever's going on. I mean, this pandemic has just run roughshod through all of us, and we've all dealt with, a lot of horrible circumstances because of this. People have lost jobs. I mean, us entertainers have gone, a lot of us, a whole year now without being able to perform, and we've all had to reinvent ourselves. Some of us have had to get other jobs. It's been a mess. So it's just nice to go out and talk about those things. Like, my wife left me 2 weeks in to the pandemic, so I've got material about that. People are going to sit there and they're going to hear that kind of stuff, and they're going to feel like, it's starting to be okay again. We're gonna be okay.
One of the things I've always wanted to ask a comedian, because a lot of times family is some of the material that they touch on, and most of us can relate to that because, as the old saying goes, you can't pick your family. So you have some of the family that you get along with great, and some that you do or don't. Do you have to ask, or how does this usually work? Because sometimes some comedians get pretty rough on their moms or a brother or sister. Do you talk to them about that before you start putting them on the plate?
Only if it's going to be on TV.
That's an honest answer.
Yeah.
So in other words, in Sargent, you can probably go ahead and have your fun, and they'll never know about it, right?
Absolutely, 100%. That's exactly how it works. It's the what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas concept.
Okay. Well, in this case, Sargent. So. One of the things that I've noticed that you've been very successful, you mentioned 20 years in the business. You've actually had some of your jokes published in Sports Illustrated and made appearances on TV, like the Spike Show. I'm sure that's been a lot of fun, but that's a pretty good resume.
Yeah, it's not too bad, And the weird thing about entertainment is all those things really end up doing. You throw things, you're just throwing darts at the dartboard all the time and hoping for bullseyes. And, every once in a while you get one, but no single bullseye does it for you at the end of the day. And a lot of those things they look good on paper, and they legitimize you so that when you're trying to sell tickets to a show, somebody sees it on the poster and they go, okay, this guy's legit. But, none of that stuff, no single thing just makes you all of a sudden a success overnight or sustains you forever. Like you have to keep plugging. And that was a good lesson to learn. That Spike show was kind of my first. I was 24 years old when I did that. And, at that time I was young enough and green enough that I thought I was going to be set for life when that thing came out. But I was setting appointments for DirecTV about a month in.
What a great and hard lesson. The other question I've asked some of the other guys and gals we've talked to that are in your business is reading the room has to be part of the art that you guys get good at, hone your skills at. Starting out in a full room of people that basically are there because they want to laugh, right? And so,
100%.
Yeah. So, is there opening jokes you tell that take you a certain direction, or how do you do that?
Yeah, kind of in the beginning, I definitely try to. I actually referenced it a lot. I'll say, these are my. I'll do the first couple bits, and I'll go, those are my tester jokes until I figure out what I'm dealing with. And that's kind of, there's some truth to that because they are kind of quicker jokes that you have to put together in your own head, and it lets me know kind of, how the audience, are they quick or are they slower, But the weird thing is, this is going to sound super flaky and hippy-dippy or something. I don't know how else to put it, but when it comes to, I think, creative people in general, we are people that feel things. You can just kind of feel what's in the air a little bit. So I would love to say that it's this scientific process that I went through to figure it all out, but for me, it's always just been kind of organic.
Yeah.
As far as quote unquote reading the room, it's more of a feel thing. I can just kind of feel it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how else to explain it. And I know it sounds like I'm a hippie from the 60s, but that's really the reality for me.
Well, Bill, I'm going to just tell you right now, there's some folks around here that think I am a hippie from the 60s, so I can relate very well.
Well, you got a heck of a radio voice, I'll tell you that.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know what you're doing in Sargent or Broken Bow or wherever you are. You ought to be reading the news on CBS at night or something.
Well, I would have if I would have paid more attention in school, so I could read all the hard names. I might have made it, but I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable here, Bill. But I appreciate the compliment. One of the other things that I always wonder about, and I don't know if this is in your act or not, but a lot of comedians make their living off picking on people in the audience, and making them part of the show. I don't know how much of that you do. I'm sure there's a fine line there.
That's another thing. Like I was saying, that just kind of is organic for me. It's not something I seek out.
Mm-hmm.
I spent all this time writing these jokes for a reason. I want to tell them.
Yeah, makes sense.
And but having said that, it's like you were saying, it's the reading the room part. That's the part that makes every show special. But I don't seek out incorporating the crowd. I do what happens naturally.
Mm.
Sometimes you have a heckler that just won't go away.
Oh, God.
And, you have to address it at some point. But then other times, it's the thing is, people that are, you label them as hecklers, but they actually think they're healthy. They don't have ill intent most of the time.
Right.
They're just chiming in. They're trying to be a part of it. So if you can somehow let them be a part of it, that's better for everybody.
Yeah.
And, if you can't handle that, you really look like a guy that can't handle his job.
Yeah, I think really everybody, and correct me if I'm out of line here, but I think most everybody wants to be funny at least a little bit. You know, getting a laugh is not exclusive to people in your business. We all like to get one, and sometimes I think people that are at those shows, they probably do want to be part of the act, and I'm sure that can be a challenge for you. Do you know anything about Heather Jones, who will be opening the act for you?
Yes, Heather I've been friends with Heather for probably, well over a decade, maybe even 15 years. She's from Omaha. She's got a great story. She's got about 1,000 kids.
Okay.
She's an amazing person. I think she has 7 kids.
Wow.
6 or 7. So you can just imagine what she brings to the table. The women out there, the moms, you guys are really going to love her. She'll connect with you big time. And she's just one of the sweetest, most genuine people that I've ever known in the business. But when you see her on stage, I don't know. She doesn't give two whatevers about what's going to come out of her mouth.
Well, the moms need that, right? There you
exactly, 100%. So I think the women and the moms and the wives, they're really gonna connect with her, and then I will come and close it all out after she's done.
All right. Well, you're on a kind of a special night, of course. Sunday night will be Valentine's evening, and one of the nice things about this part of the country, Bill, as I think you probably know, is we've probably come out through this pandemic about as good as anybody has. I mean, we unfortunately we have lost some people here in this region, and that's very, very sad. But we are, I think the governor has lifted most all restrictions for gatherings and so forth. So you should be able to fill the house up and have some fun on Sunday night. Look forward to, it looks like cocktail hour about 7, and then Heather will kick things off around 8 o'clock the way it looks.
Yep, it's going to be a good time, and I can't think of a better place for a freshly divorced guy to spend Valentine's Day than Sargent, Nebraska.
Hey, you better be careful. There might be some ladies looking for a man on Valentine's night.
A Valentine? Bring it on. Bring them out. Come on out.
Okay.
You can have a table of 10.
All right. Yeah, there you are. Hey, Bill, thanks so much. Pleasure talking to you. Look forward to having you here. Maybe if this turns out like it sounds like it's going to, you'll be back.
Oh, yeah. I definitely try to come back when I can. It's like I said, Nebraska has always been. It's kind of been my home away from home. The Funny Bone in Omaha is kind of my pseudo home club besides my own home club. So I spend a lot of time out that way. I look forward to it.
All right, Bill. Thanks a lot for, well, first of all, taking my call and then not going back to bed. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take care, Bill.
You too. We'll see you Sunday.
All right. Bill Blank, and I think you get the idea here. He loves to laugh. He loves to make you laugh. He's going to tell you some personal stories about his life and his family and social issues, and just have a whole lot of fun. And then he spoke real highly of Heather Jones, who will be opening the act. She's actually out of Omaha and a mother of 7. So what a variety show for comedy. Showtime, 8 o'clock this Sunday evening, cocktail hour at 7 p.m. at Mr. Rudy's Restaurant and Drinkery. Now, that's located on 307 South Highway 183. You can't miss it. If you're headed to the north down 183, you'll see it on the left-hand side before you get into Sargent. If you're coming the other way, you'll get on the other side of Sargent, and you'll see it on the right-hand side sitting there ready for you to enter and have some fun. Information that you need to obtain, you can call 308-527-3440. Let me give that to you again. 527, that's the Sargent prefix, 3440. Tickets are now available at the bar. If you happen to be in the area, you can drop in. Only $10 in advance, or you can just come to the show and buy your tickets when you get there for $15. And the tickets includes the show, early admission, and one free drink of your choice for that amount of money. That's a deal. Professional comedians coming from the Pub and Grub comedy team on Sunday, February 14th, starring Bill Blank and Heather Jones.
The Bonfire Grill is excited to announce that they will be open on Valentine's Day from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. The Bonfire Bakery will have tasty Valentine treats available, plus delicious dinner and drink specials. The regular menu items will be available too, as well as prime rib and shareable couples dinners that come with 3 sides, 2 drinks, and dessert. Treat your Valentine to a special night out at the Bonfire Grill, just off the square in Broken Bow. Reservations requested but not required. The Bonfire Grill, open Valentine's Day from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m.
True story here. No Heart City Bull Bash this Saturday, so no bullshit on Main Street. However, Young's Western Wear is forging ahead through the snow and the cold with a huge 2-day sale. Clothing, boots, and outerwear up to 75% off. Tomorrow and Sunday only. And with Valentine's Day this Sunday, sweetheart shopping at Young's should be on your mind too. Get her a silk neckerchief and some spurs and find out what you're made of. Young's Western Wear open 9 to 6 Saturday, 1 to 4 Sunday. Discounts up to 75%.
When we're united in our commitment to shop local stores and service providers first, everyone benefits. Not only through increased economic vitality, but also by forging valuable relationships. Local merchants know you and know that helping you helps them too. To them, you're much more than a username and password. We're all in this together, so let's make it a point whenever possible to shop local first.
Help Casey and I, KBBN, build our local communities. The Love Local promotion is going on now. Listen to The Breakfast Show each morning, where we'll be giving away $25 gift cards to area local businesses.
And we'll begin that again next week. And as we mentioned, we'll be giving away $25 cards all the way through this month of February into March. So that's the good news there, your chance to get a head start on shopping local. I was going to, before we close the show here, check one more time. As you can do, go to sandhillsexpress.com and go to the weather tab, and you'll see a drop-down menu, and you'll see closings there, and you can check them out as well. Or they also scroll across the home page when we get listings going. And remember that winter bulletin is in effect, winter advisory, weather advisory until 6 a.m. Central on Monday, and it's snowing outside right now. So some of the regular season ball games that are scheduled for tonight, basketball games, may change. As a matter of fact, Brent is at the school right now checking in on a sign-up as a high school student. Another lady is going to be signing up for college career in sports, and he'll give you the details on that. Also checking with the school to see about games that are maybe going to be changed or played, some of the regular season games. And so be listening to the radio and watching Sandhills Express for any of those changes that are happening due to the weather. Thedford Public Schools are closing early today, and they will not be having their ball games as Sandhills Public Schools, which includes Dunning and Thedford. Sandhills Schools in Dunning is closed today. They didn't even have classes scheduled, and so the Cody Kilgore Sandhills matchup, those basketball games have been called off. St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Broken Bow have already canceled their Sunday services and all activities, and so those are some things that have changed. And again, if you're listening and you're a member of the church decision team for this weekend, and you make your decision that you're not going to be having Sunday services or activities and that sort of thing, you can call here today and talk to Kristen or one of us about getting that posted on Sandhills Express. We'll do that for you and get it up for read on the radio stations. And then again on Sunday, Jeff Bailey, he works the shift here by himself, and so he gets a lot of work on Sundays answering the phone and posting those. But if you know ahead of time, go ahead and call, and we'll post them for you. And if you make the decision late Saturday, there will likely not be anybody here on Saturday evening, so you'll have to call in on Sunday morning. So if you make an early decision, let us know. We'll get that up for you. And let's see, what else did I need to cover before we close? I think we're good. We covered everything. A lot of fun this morning. Enjoyed our guests. Thanks, Joan from Mid-Plains Community College, And also the guys covering things down at the chamber office for those great prizes and the Love Local promotion, that remote. And that was also Facebook Live, so you can watch and listen to that again. It's also archived on KCNI KBBN audio stream. So if you missed it and you want to know who won, there's ways you can do that. And then really enjoyed visiting with Bill Blank, who will be at Mr. Rudy's in Sargent on Valentine's evening on Sunday evening. Cocktail hour at 7. Show starts at 8 with a warm-up show. So it's all there for you. If you travel carefully. And honestly, if you do plan on going very far, be sure you have a blanket or two in your car and some of the safety items that we talk about so often. So that takes care of it. Really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun this morning. Join us at 7:30 on Monday for the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.